Hi, Assalamualaikum. With me again, Teacher Rin. In this video, we will learn Mathematics Form 1, Chapter 5, Algebraic Expression, 5.1, Variables and Algebraic Expressions, and the learning standard is 5.1.1. Use letters to represent quantities with unknown values. Hence, state whether the value of the variable varies or fixed with justification. Here you can see three friends are having some conversation. Mr. Hafiz said he donate RM50 to Yayasan Kebajikan Negara YKN every month, while Mrs. Alicia said every month she donate the same amount to YKN. And Mr. Hazi said that the amount that he donate to YKN every month depends on the profit earned from his shop. Based on the situation, we know the total amount of money donated by Mr. Hafiz, which is RM50 every month. However, we do not know the amount of money donated by Mrs. Alicia and Mr. Hazri, right? Okay, the total amount of money donated by Mrs. Alicia and Mr. Hazri is a quantity with an unknown value. The quantity is known as variable. Okay, between those variables, which one has a fixed value and which one has a varied value? That is what we will learn in this video. Let's continue. What is variable? Variable is the quantity with an unknown value which represent a number in an expression or equation. So take note that that is the quantity with an unknown value. Okay, and variable also represented with alphabet. You can use any alphabet from A to Z, but it is better if you can choose the most appropriate alphabet according to the quantity that you want to represent. Okay, let us see based on the situation before. Okay, Mrs. Alicia donates RMX. This is how we can use the variable to explain the situation before. Okay, every month Mrs. Alicia donates RMX because we don't know the amount, and Mr. Hazri donates RMY to the Yayasan Kebajikan Negara. Okay, means that X and Y we don't know the value. Between X and Y, which is fixed, which is varied. Let us see what does it mean by fixed value and varied value. Alright, a variable has a fixed value if the represented quantity is always constant at any time, never change. So, from the situation that we have looked before, Mrs. Alicia donated some amount, the same amount of money every month. So, in this situation, the variable that has fixed value is X, which is represent the donation from Mrs. Alicia, right? Okay, and a variable has a varied value if the represented quantity changes over time. From the situation, we can say that Y, which is the donation from Mr. Hazri, is a varied value. Okay, let me share with you some example of fixed and varied value according to our daily life. Okay, for example, fixed value, number of rainbow colors, it always 7, right? So, number of rainbow colors is a fixed value. and also the number of days in a week. Okay, we have 7 days in a week forever. Okay, so that is a fixed value. And a varied value here, I can say that maybe temperature at Bukit Larut. Okay, the temperature changes over time. Okay, and of course, what is happening to Malaysia now is the number of daily COVID-19 infections in Malaysia. It changes every day according to the current situation. Okay, so that is a varied and fixed value. Let us see some example. Example 1. State the variable for the following statement. Please remember that variable is a quantity that we does not know, okay? Doesn't know the value yet. Okay, so here, Madam A has N cars. So here got 2 alphabet, A and N, okay? A, N. Okay, so which one from A and N, okay, is a variable? Referring to this statement, Madam A represent an object or a person. Okay, it is not a quantity. Okay, and then car represent numbers of cars. So we can take it as a quantity. We can count it. All right. So from this statement, N is a variable. Okay. So how to determine the variable? You must determine which one is a quantity. Okay, not an object or a person. All right, example 2. Represent each of the following variable with an appropriate letter. Hence, determine whether the variable has a fixed value or varied value. Okay. A. Radius of a circle is 20 cm. Okay, radius of a circle always don't change. Okay, so remember that. However you do, the radius will not change for a circle. Okay, if you change the radius, so the circle also will change. No, it will refer to another circle, not the same circle. All right. So here, for A, okay, sorry. Okay, this is all the question first. Okay, for A, the answer is radius. Okay. The other question asks us to give an appropriate letter. The most appropriate letter here is R, radius. Okay, and the value is fixed. Okay, does not change. For B, time taken for Amira from her house to her school. Okay, time taken. Does the time changes over time? Yes, it depends on Amira's feeling on that day, whether she is energetic or she is slowly having some having some time driving or walking to her school. Okay, so the time is varied. Okay, changes over time. Okay, what is the most appropriate letter here is time. Okay, time taken. And then T lah. Alright. Okay, appropriate letter is T and varied value. Right? And the final question is distance from Adila's house to her school. Distance will never change from any location. Okay, so the distance we put here distance D. Alright, D, and then it is a fixed value. Okay, so there is 3 examples that I hope that you can understand what is fixed, what is varied. From what we have discussed before, okay, we know what is variable and how to represent variable. And also don't forget, variable has fixed or varied value according to the quantity, whether it is constant or changes over time. So that's it from me. Till we meet again in another video. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.